Hey Stampin' friends, welcome to the Joy of Stampin' with Rachel. I'm Rachel Coon and I'm sharing with you part 2 of my Jolly Holly Christmas in July class. We've already did part 2, so be sure to check my YouTube channel to see the card that we made in our first video. And now we're on to our second card and we're stepping it up just a little bit. We're including some embossing in this one and an extra die. Let's go ahead and set this aside and we can get started. All right, so this one is the old olive card base. And we have it at a different proportion this time. So it's a 4 1/4 by 11. And inside your kit, you should have something similar to mine where all of your goodies are in there. Grab your bone folder, get it on that crease, and then set that card base aside because we like to stamp first. Grab my foam mat back in. And we have one item, well, 2 items we would like to stamp. I already did some pre-stamping on that little piece of basic white with the old olive, and I die cut mine out. Oh, there it is. I almost lost it. So that's one of the items you'll need to stamp. If you don't have the die, you may fussy cut it out. Of course, the dies make it a lot easier and just more like accurate or detailed. So I recommend those for sure. But for the next stamping item, we have this piece of basic white that's a rectangle. Part of the dies came with these 2 framing rectangles that are stitched, which are amazing. They go great together. They can go great alone. We are using the larger one right now with that basic white. All right. Then for our stamping, we're going to use the cherry cobbler and we're going to use the old olive to stamp 3 different parts. Let's start with our cherry cobbler so we can stamp the holly and jolly. And that will be in the center of our basic white. Grab it. I like to do a practice always on a Post-it just to make sure. I have a dog, so sometimes dog fur will get on my stamps when I have it on their mount on the block for too long. Okay, that one looks good though. So we're gonna go right in the center, holly and jolly. Looks good. Mine's a little bit high, but that's okay because we're going to put some embellishing down on the bottom. That color is done. If you have the kit, be sure to grab all your rectangles out and do them all at the same time. You have 5 cards to make of this design. So old olives next. We're going to grab the Have a and a Christmas, and we're using the smaller font for this one. So we'll stamp that up. Quick practice. My V looks a little bit weird, so there we go. Okay, go right above your holly and stamp. Looks good. Grab Christmas. We'll do a practice with this one. Looks pretty good. And go below the jolly. Awesome. And that's it for our stamping. Let's get ready to assemble. For this one here, we have a embossed, isn't that amazing looking? There's 2 sides of a piece of paper, always. But when we emboss it, there's the embossing that looks like it's coming out, and there's the deboss side that looks like it's going down. I'm gonna have us actually glue this on upside down for the deboss side up. So I'm gonna grab my liquid glue and we're gonna put that along here. And glue that onto our card base. I think that just adds so much great background texture with not very much bulk. Super pretty. And look how cool that looks compared to the other way. Both ways are amazing. So you're making 5 of these. You can pick which way you want it to go. Then we have a piece of cherry cobbler and your DSP, and you can use either side. This one looks kind of pretty with it. I did it a little bit more basic, and you know what? I think I am going to switch it up just so you can see the difference. That's the Need for Tweed DSP that came out. That is just super, super fun. But before we attach these together, we need to grab your ribbon and some Stampin' Seal Plus and put it on the bottom back. So this is a 3x4 about. And we're going on the sides of the 4-inch side. Okay, flip it over, grab your ribbon to the bottom 1-inch side, about 1 inch from the bottom here, and we're just going to tuck our ends behind the DSP, pulling it tight on the front, pinch down to the back. See, my fingers are getting stuck to it, so sticky. It's a good kind of stick though. We want our paper to stick to paper. And then we'll add some liquid glue to the back and attach it to our cherry cobbler mat now that we have our ribbon attached. Line it up so there's equal sides on all 4. Liquid glue, because I need to shimmy that just a little bit. Place that so it's more equal. Looks good. I'm loving it, loving it. Then, oh man, look, I got a little bit of a smudge, but luckily we're gonna cover that up in just a second. I love to point out my flaws, it's not awful. Just because I want you to know that it happens. Sometimes ink gets on spots that it's not supposed to, and there's ways to still save the card. Or there's ways just to leave the card and be content with that perfect flaw. Okay, dimensionals, I put 5, 2 on each corner and 1 in the center, and then go about center on that ribbon. And on our mat here, press down. Looking really cool. I'm liking this difference already. It's looking really nice. Grabbing our cute little holly that we created, our stamped and die cut or fussy cut out, and our Wink of Stella, just to pull some of that green out and create some glitter. Make sure you have some of that pressing so the glitter comes out with our Wink of Stella. Nice. You don't need to color the berries because we're going to cover those up in just a second. Okay. Grab your glue dot. And attach. Oh, there we go. Attach that to where the berries are. And peel it off. And stick it to the bottom of our Christmas right there. And I covered up that little smudge I created perfectly. Grabbing the cluster of berries for this one. So we have the cherry cobbler and the clear. We're doing the cherry cobbler. You could do the clear. This part gets a little bit tricky because you want to keep the cluster together. If it comes apart, you could totally fix it. So I'm just going to use my fingers so that I'm not separating them. The 2 berries on top and 1 on the bottom, like so. And then we're going to flip this guy over and add dimensionals to him, to his back, 1 in each corner. This guy's a little bit bigger, so I'm going to do some extra support in the center. You can never add too many dimensionals, right? That's one of my favorite products that I use in almost every single project, which I love. All right, grab our card base back in view. Hover over it before you press down. Make sure it looks like it's lined up nice. And then gently put it down. Oh my goodness, that looks so good. I'm loving this difference here. And I love that you get to pick which side you want to use for yours. Super simple. This would be a great one to mass produce. Cut all of your paper out. You can probably get, let's see, if it's 3x4, you can get 12 cards with that DSP using this type of layout. And then just pick whatever background paper. If you don't have a lot of this background paper, skip this step and you would just have this center pieces here. And that would totally work as well. All right, you guys, I hope you've had fun learning this Have a Holly and Jolly Christmas card. And I look forward to card number 3 in our next video. Bye, you guys. Happy stamping.